Hi, everybody, and welcome to Talk to Rose. How's everybody doing tonight? This is episode 36. 36. So, first of all, I want to talk about my show. We talk about everything going on in the world good, bad, raggedy, and wonderful. And, to me, it's a lot of raggedy stuff going on nowadays. But it is some wonderful. So we talk about everything. And I want to thank everybody that tunes in every week, that comes back at 8 o'clock to watch, and everybody that watches the replay. And also thank you to all my new subscribers and everybody that's new that's tuning in. So we'll get straight into everything tonight because we have a lot to cover tonight. So first, I want to let my guest introduce herself. It ain't even like she a guest because we be on each other's stuff all the time. So.
Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I was like, what is today? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great hump day. And there's a minor on tonight, so I'm going to watch my mouth and I'm going to behave.
First, like, hey, Pressure. Hi, Sharon. Glad you stayed up with us when you're on that Texas time. You on that Texas time, so thank you for staying up with
Hey,
us.
so.
Um. Okay, so the first thing we're going to get in tonight is our women's history program. Program. I'm talking about program. See, that's me looking at stuff and not paying attention. This is going to be our Women's History Month, but this is the lady that we're honoring first. So let me get into it.
Matter of fact, I considered it a great education to be able to travel around the world as I did, being the first black female tennis champion of the world.
It's no secret that black women are dominating the world of tennis right now. But let's talk about the blueprint. Althea Gibson, the first African American to compete at Wimbledon and the U.S. National Championships. Althea's tennis journey started early, beginning with paddle tennis and quickly rising as a local champion. Her talent caught the eye of musician Buddy Walker, who saw her potential and invited her to play on the local courts. In 1941, she triumphed at the Harlem River Tennis Courts, winning a local tournament sponsored by the American Tennis Association. Despite facing segregation, Althea shattered stereotypes, becoming the first African American to compete at the U.S. National Championships in 1950 and Wimbledon in 1951. Against all odds, she soared to victory, clinching the French Open, Wimbledon, and U.S. Open titles in 1956.
And that's it. Game, set, and match to Miss Gibson.
Not just tennis, Althea also blazed trails in golf too, breaking barriers as the first black woman on the Pro Tour. In 1971, Althea Gibson earned her spot in the International Tennis Hall of Fame, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations of many athletes we love and know today. Because of her, we can. Keep learning and celebrating our black history this month and beyond. Follow us and check out the Learning Hub on our website.
So there you have it. Did you guys know about her? I have heard about her, but I can't really remember. I think they have talked about her. Do you remember her, Asia?
No, I've never heard of her, but I love hearing these things. I will be honest, even if we did, because there's so many that have to be celebrated as first, even today, they don't get their own time, so they're kind of put on
Yeah.
as at once. So you remember the ones that are closest to what you love, but you remember hearing a little bit about, but not enough time. So I like that social
Yeah.
media is
So
around
she
people to share.
Yeah, so basically she paved the way for all of the Serenas and Venus. She was the first. Now, in our generation, we would think, they was the first, but really it was her. She
Can
paved
you
the way for them.
imagine what it was like though? Like you're already like just think about us. We're nervous every time we cut on the camera, right? That's
Hmm.
the camera, but think about you have to get out the car, walk and get out in front of all of these people, knowing that some hate you and you don't know what could happen, and you just want to follow your passion. So I think that they're even more amazing because it's not just their talent, it's that they were brave too. So I
Yeah,
like these things.
yeah, I love them too. So we got one more week Women's History Month. It'd be so many people. I just be having to really choose who I want to pick because it's so much stuff I know we don't know. So
What made you pick her then?
because I don't think we have ever heard about her.
Okay.
It was this other lady too. I think I'm gonna talk about her next week. Her name is Undolores. I'll probably just put it on my page, but she's 96, and I wanted to talk about her today. But I'll just say it real fast. She's 96 years old, and she bought her first house when she was 23. And at that time, women weren't able to buy houses back then, so she had to lie and tell her broker that her husband was buying the house for her, but he was just putting it in her name. And she was like, and I've never been married till this day. So in the neighborhood she lived in, also, she was the first Black woman to buy a house. So back then, just think women came a long way. We couldn't even buy a house by ourselves.
We couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Okay, so that was our Women's History Month. Now we're going to get into some of these hot topics. I'm going to show this picture of this young lady. Her name is Jessica Pettyway. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about her or not, but I'll just read into it. She passed away after battling cervical cancer. So I'm going to read why women need to get second opinions, because her life could have been saved if they would take, to me, Black women more seriously. She could have still been alive today. So her name is Jessica Pettyway, a 36-year-old influencer known for her hair tutorials on YouTube, passed away on March 11 in hospice facility in her hometown of Georgia after battling cervical cancer. Pettyway, who leaves behind 2 kids and a husband, is considered one of the original YouTube influencers. After being misdiagnosed with fibroids for 7 months, Pettyway was hospitalized for extreme bleeding, abdominal pain that she referred to as labor-like. She was finally referred to an oncologist who diagnosed her with stage 3 cervical cancer. In quotations, Black women are 41% more likely to develop cervical cancer than white women and are 75% more likely to die from it, according to the National Library of Medicine. Pettyway's misdiagnosis is an unfortunate reminder of the countless ways healthcare system fails patients. So that's so sad to me that all that could have been prevented if they would have took her seriously. Just think how many Black women they tell you have fibroids, and you just go about your business. But she's telling them that she feels like it's something else. She's going to the hospital and telling them she's having labor-like pains. Yeah, when you have fibroids, you are in a lot of pain, but basically it's when you're on your menstrual cycle and you bleed very heavily. So most of the time, that's what it's like now. In some instances, people may have it during the month, they'll have discomfort, but it's no way that they should just make you, oh, that's the symptoms that you're going to have and you live with it. And then to tell her it was fibroids, only 3 years later to find out that it was cervical cancer, and now it's at a stage 3. So I would tell all the women out there now, if we know our bodies more than anybody, if you get a diagnosis and you feel like that's not the right answer, get a second opinion. Don't just let a doctor tell you that you're okay and you have to deal with that. Go get a second opinion. I hate that women have to go through that. Even if you have to get a third and fourth opinion, long as you're not just taking that opinion and going with it, because her life could have been saved if they would have took it more seriously. You got anything to say about her, Asia? Have you went through something like that?
Mm-hmm. With my back. Remember, it took a long time for me to get the proper diagnosis. For 2 years. I couldn't walk over. It started at 30 minutes. After that, I couldn't walk over 10 minutes. So I wouldn't have even been able to walk down the aisle. But it was, remember, they had me get an acupuncture, all this stuff that I didn't need, when really my disc was literally herniated, compressed, and I was losing fluid in my back. But I persisted in going to 3 neurosurgeons, and the final one was actually one I didn't pay for. It was Kasha working for one and them saying, send me the information. They're not telling her something. And that night, the lady called me right back and was like, you need to get to ER right away. You should have had surgery a long time ago. And then when I told them I knew somebody, they just breezed me through everything. Then I got to get my surgery. But they didn't believe me either. And I couldn't even walk. They don't care.
Have anybody in the comments, have you guys been through anything like this? Let me know in the comments so I can read them.
Hey, Ro, didn't Serena go through something like this also? Like,
yeah, I think when she was after she had her baby, she was saying that she didn't feel well and it was just basically like whatever, and she was bleeding internally. That also happened to my sister Shatia. Shatia, remember that happened when Shatia had a baby too. She was bleeding. They didn't know where the bleeding was coming from. They just kept giving her blood transfusions, but they wasn't really like checking to see. And it seemed like they do that more to Black women. They said even Beyonce went through that. So it don't matter who you are.
Well, I guess when you got people like Dr. Jackie talking like that in public, even if that's how she felt, that's why they don't.
I understood what Dr. Jackie was saying.
I did.
Maybe because I'm a nurse, I know how people come in and exaggerate. But even if you are exaggerating and you feel like your doctor is not taking you seriously, ask to speak to another doctor. You don't have to see your doctor. You can always ask to speak to another physician. After that, ask to speak to another one. But I did understand what Dr. Jackie was saying when she said women come in there and just be.
Oh, it's very true. Yeah. You know, I do the paperwork for HR. I know I'm beating shit wrong with y'all while y'all taking all this time off. But that's why I said I wouldn't say it on the outside. Only because they treat us like if by her saying that, somebody's gonna feel like, oh, well, if she said that, then I could treat them like that. We already get treated bad. So I think that should have been one of them in-home discussion things, like not validating it for others. I don't agree with that part. But she's telling the truth.
Yeah, she's telling the truth. I don't know. But so all you guys know, just make sure you guys go get a second opinion.
Can you sue for that, Ro?
I think that you can because she has a paper trail. She actually has a paper trail of her going to the hospital and them misdiagnosing her. And going to the emergency room and they're telling her it's your fibroid. So that's just something you're going to have to deal with. It was the last doctor that took her seriously. So if I was her husband, I would sue them.
Okay.
Made her leave her husband and 2 young children behind because of your negligence. So I will be suing all the way to the end.
Okay.
So that's just that. So I'm just letting you guys know, please, if you feel a certain way and you feel like the doctor is not doing it right, please just get a second opinion. Now, this is something that I really just teared up about. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting old or whatever, but I really love it. I really love this video. It was, I don't know, I watched it like 10 times and I was really up there just like, oh my gosh. I was so happy for them like it was me. So it's called Happy Match Season. So this is when the doctors, when they're in school to be a physician, they'll see where they'll do their residency at. So it's the matching. So I'll let you guys see it.
Where are we? Ooh, I can't even open up the letter. Harvard. Harvard! Stop playing!
I'm Josiah and I'm Master Neurosurgery at UMiami.
Hi, my name is Judy Darian. I'm Master Internal Medicine at Sinai.
My name is Chandler McMillan and I'm Master Internal Medicine at UCSF. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm Master Radiologist at Cornell.
Girl, I was literally tearing. I'm telling you, I watched probably the only reason why I'm not tearing up now because I didn't watch it so many damn times. I was like, oh my, I love that. Like, I love stuff like that on social media. Like, I'm glad somebody else felt the way I felt.
You know I got a soft spot for that kind of stuff. I think
Oh
it's
my
amazing.
gosh, that is like, I love seeing that. And then to see that they all Black, even though I mean that that just did it for me to see that many young Black people going to get their doctorate. Like, I love that. I wish all social media could be positive like that. But so are you young kids out there that's in school, you too can be a doctor. You can do everything that you put your mind to. Y'all can be up there too. I would love to be somewhere where somebody in my family or just somebody I knew went to school and I was right there to see where they was matched at. Like, I love that video.
And you don't have to be a doctor. Just so you know, when you get that letter that you're accepted, I want every kid to enjoy the whole process. I do. We did a lot so that they can have it, and I want them to love every minute. I don't care if you go to a JC, you should jump just as high because I went to a JC first because I wanted to save money and I didn't want to go away from home. Do it however you want, but just know at each step you should feel exactly like that. I don't care what you're going to school for, what you want to do. Be proud of yourself because it feels good to us to see it. I love
to
it.
see for us to see. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Now one of them from a bucket of paint, and I was in here in the middle of the night crying. I was like,
right.
Oh my God.
Because you know how they feel, and you know what some of them may have went through, or
like, oh my gosh, I love
it's
that
beautiful.
so much.
Our kids look like that more. The stats on marriage is higher. We don't get to see that, and you're right. We do have a lot of that, but we don't get to see it.
They don't show all those positive things on social media. You see all the bad things. So for me to see that, I love it. Okay, so this is our next thing. Me and Asia, before we get into the main topic, we actually got our DNA testing results back, everybody.
I'm excited to see who I be.
Champagne. Break out the champagne. Okay, so we're actually looking at this live. Ooh, this thing. We're actually looking at it live right now with you guys to see our results. So I didn't look. I was telling Asia, I don't know how I'm going to do this and not look at this all day. So
I had to call her from work like, don't look, Ro. Don't do it.
Okay, so we're about to do it right now. I'm pressing the button, Asia, to say view DNA results. Are you doing yours?
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
How many of y'all have did the DNA results DNA testing in the comments? Let me know. And after this, if y'all want to do it, we could still do that other one. So what was other ones we wanted to do?
What happened?
No, I was saying we wanted to do the other one too, the African one. We can probably
Yes,
do that one next
the
week.
tribal one, the one that tells you exactly what tribe
Yeah.
you're from.
When that one go on sale. Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
God, I can't see. I don't see how y'all see through these lashes and all that other shit. Hold on. Um I can't find mine. So just do yours. We'll do mine later, but I
Go
can't
to
find it.
My Heritage. It's My Heritage.
I'll go directly to the thing. Did I do it on this phone?
Yeah, go to
Hold
My
on.
Heritage DNA.
Y'all, hold on. I'm sorry. I can't
Okay.
barely see now.
I'll look at mine because it's not
Yeah,
far.
go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
I'm looking at mine right now, everybody. Who, Rashonda, are you ready to explore your ethnicity? You are 49.1% Nigerian. I don't know if y'all can see it.
I knew it was gonna say that.
19.8% West African.
West African. Okay. Hold on.
16.8% Kenyan.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all the way African. 4.8% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh.
Hmm.
And 9.9% 5 more ethnicities.
I wonder why Irish be the highest one. So your highest was Nigerian.
Can
Then
y'all see it? Can you see it?
no, I got the big phone in my hand.
Y'all see
But
it?
you should be able. It looks like it's clear. They should be able to see it if they're looking on the
So
screen.
there it is, you guys. 49% Nigerian. Damn, I'm Nigerian. I talk about them all the time. 19.4% West African, 16.8% Kenyan, 4.8% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh, and 9.9% 5 more ethnicities. What can I say? So I know I need to go to Nigeria. Now I need to.
West Africa too. Is that West Africa? Is West Africa in Nigeria or Nigeria in West Africa?
I gotta look it up. Just shut up, scammer.
Bro, mine is not coming up like it was earlier.
I guess, and that's why I said I talk about the Nigerians so much. Now I can't even talk about them.
Yes, you can.
I'm
Now
like,
you can
well,
talk about it even more.
I'm Americanized. So I want everybody else to do one too, so y'all can see where y'all from. We gonna do the African one next. Yours still
Okay,
didn't come
now
up,
I
Asia?
gotta come back and do mine. Mine is not coming up. But I'm still gonna come back and do it on this show because we have a plan for what we're gonna do on the other one. So
Well,
even
just
if I
see
can
if
get
you
it,
can find it while we
I'm on the phone. It's there, but I can't. I don't have no button for it.
And it said your results are in.
That's what the clip I sent you earlier said. Yeah, but remember I didn't touch anything because we said we wasn't touching nothing. So y'all, we really don't touch nothing. We
Yeah,
don't touch it.
well, let me save mine. I don't want to mess it up.
Okay,
Okay.
save it. It's okay.
Well, just see if you can do it before the show is over. Okay, so
I
now we're
will.
going to get into the main topic after y'all know I'm Nigerian now. 49%.
So called you a scammer.
I know, that's what I say. And you know that's exactly what I call them, scammers. Okay, so we're going to get into our main topic, which is dealing with bullying as a teen. And make sure you guys, everybody that's watching right now, make sure you guys hit that like button. Come on, you guys, hit the like button. So, in the U.S., 1 in 5 students ages between 12 and 18 have been bullied during the school year. Bullying in school, these are the stats for that. The hallway, 43.4%, classroom, 42.1%, cafeterias, 26.8%, and outside of school grounds, 21.9%, and then somewhere else in the school, 2.1%. So kids are getting bullied every single day, whether you know it or not. I'm trying to see if I should let Sanaya tell hers first, or Well, I'll have my great niece on here. She had a bullying incident, so I'll let her. Girl, I'll let her see. That's why people know that you're still a child.
Oh well. Oh well.
Okay, so you could say your incident that you had, Sanaya.
Hi, I'm Sanaya. Can't even introduce myself no more. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, um, I've had multiple bullying experiences growing up, from ranging from really elementary school until about 10th grade high school. I had gotten into an argument with some larger lady, and it escalated to the point where it was like they was trying to exclude me from stuff that I wasn't even trying to talk to her or whatever. And we ended up having a fight. We ended up fighting outside, whole thing. But yeah, that was kind of it. Like, yeah, we argued, we fought, and it was kind of like I was shunned from the classroom because I spoke on her weight. We was arguing, so I called her out. You're big.
So was she bullying you before that?
So I got shunned from the whole classroom. And my dance company team, my dance team, for until we got new teachers, I was kind of basically shunned from my teammates on the dance team as well. So it really, it's not fun. It's not fun. I don't know if it's necessarily bullying or you just get isolated. I feel like that's kind of the thing, though.
That's bullying.
What other incidents have you been bullied at? What about when you were with your dad?
Oh, that's a fun story. I was with my dad for 6th grade in Barstow. I want to say some middle school, elementary school, in Barstow or whatever. And it was the end of the day. Teachers, we haven't had a consistent teacher like the whole school year, so the class was always usually rowdy. This one girl had claimed that I had stole her $5 and then tossed it under the seat, under a classroom chair or something like that, and blamed me. And so she had somehow gathered up all the girls and one guy to come press me about it in the classroom. So they're literally backing me into a corner.
Where was the teacher?
It was, I want to say he had just walked in. Like I said, we never had consistent teachers the whole school year. Like our teacher was there for like 2 months and then that was it. We had in and out subs the whole time. So it was like he had just walked in and he was finally able like to push through the crowd. Like, 'cause it was a lot of girls in the class. So like he's finally able like to get through the crowd and like usher them out. Like, I don't know what he said. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But he finally got him out the classroom and I was like super, angry. I'm gonna say angry because like for me, anger is when I'm angry, I'm gonna start crying. So I was crying, but I was angry. I was frustrated. And he's able to get the kids out the classroom. He wanted me to stay, but just because he feared for me getting jumped outside the classroom, he wanted me to wait till my stepmom and my dad came to pick me up from the classroom. But I remember running out the classroom because like, no, I still got to pick up my 3 siblings. I have 3 siblings I need to collect from their classes so we can all meet out front. So I dashed out the classroom. And like, I don't remember. I just remember collecting my 2 siblings, my sister and my brother, and then going to my youngest brother, his class, which is where eventually my stepmom had saw that I was upset and it was like a whole breakdown. And they escorted me to the principal's office. And that's when they had called like up not my whole family. Like he called up my dad, but my mom and my aunties came and all that stuff, And we ended up filling out a report. And that's when I got pulled out of that school. I got pulled out and ended up doing homeschool for the rest of that school year. But yeah.
Okay, so what did the teachers or the school or principal, what did they do about this situation?
I've been through it.
Thank you, China.
Where were your friends?
That was
in either of those
I
situations.
didn't really make any friends. That was the thing, that I never really made any friends. I was very isolated from elementary school. I was very isolated, so I did a lot of work by myself. kind of. So I would make what I would think is like close to a friendship, a bond, and then that bond would fade off. You know what I mean? It's like an acquaintance. It's never really fully transitioned into a friendship, I guess to say, for my whole 6th grade year.
So what did the teachers or the school principal, did anybody do anything to those people that did that to you, or nothing happened to them?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, well, nothing didn't
Not
happen.
that I know of. Personally, not that I know. Not that I know of. I do. That day is kind of a fuss to me. After I got put into the class, into the front office, and filled out my incident report, I just remember seeing like my mom and my aunties show up, all that stuff. But I don't really remember what initially happened because I got put out the school. I would assume nothing.
Yeah, that's what happens all the time. Okay, so that's my problem right there with all this bullying. And let me know if anybody in the comments, if you had any bullying incidents that went on, and how did it pan out? Like, how did it pan out? A lot of these schools, they don't deal with the bullying. They just, I don't know what they do. The parents got to come up there, but that's why I'm gonna get into these
They
videos.
isolate the student.
I'm gonna see, how did you guys feel about these?
But I have a question for Naya first.
Okay.
You don't get bullied anymore or nothing like that, right?
No.
Okay. Is it
But
something?
she's in a different school now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the same
Perfect.
school.
But it
That's
was
the same school.
elementary and then it was junior high as well, right? Or you said
Yeah.
elementary and junior high. Do you feel like there's something different, or do you look back on it and wish you would have done something different to make
For
it go
elementary
away?
school, it was elementary school. I feel like at that point in time, like I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. There's nothing I could really do. You know what I mean? I dealt with it from probably 2nd grade to 3rd grade. Finally spoke up 4th grade about it, and then they had wrote me some rinky-dink apology letters, and that was it.
Yeah, they don't
And it
do
still,
nothing.
and it still maybe kind of continued.
The parents have to really go up there to handle it themselves.
Yeah. I just
They
noticed
definitely don't deal
sometimes
with the problem.
the kids wish that they would have fought back sooner, or that you would have beat her up. And I noticed you were a little bit hesitant in saying that the big girl, the fat one that was being mean to you, and she was probably jealous of you. There's nothing wrong with you saying nothing that you said to her. She was probably jealous of you. So you shouldn't have
Well,
to
I also called
apologize
her
or
deaf.
feel bad.
I also, let me be
Huh?
honest, I'm gonna be completely honest. I also called her deaf because she's missing an ear. But you know, I just wanted to be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I called her deaf because she was missing an ear as well. So my fault.
Well, when you
I was angry.
say stuff, you gonna say everything to hurt somebody's feelings.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
so it's like I just want to be honest. It was just the way I was talking about her ears.
So you defended yourself so you could walk away feeling good. That's good. I'm glad you defended yourself. But I think it's sad that the adults didn't. You shouldn't have had to finish the rest of the year feeling isolated or anything like that. Like Rose said, because they don't manage it, they get to continue it, but in a different way. So being mean to you and isolating you like that, that's a form. Then we wonder why our babies unalive themselves and stuff like that. And it's happening right in front of their eyes, and they're not managing that situation. So I'm just really glad that you handled it for yourself and at least got that. But I don't understand how these adults just let the year continue like that. Like we would have got pulled in a room.
Girl, that's how
Well, for me, because it was just like what I just did, because I still had like the same kids around me. It was still the same students around me. What I just did every project, anything that I was forced, like I needed to be in a quote unquote group. I would just talk to the teacher, be like, I don't want to work with a group. And so I just went that whole 10th grade year doing any project really by myself.
I'm sorry. That shouldn't have happened.
Alondra said they do nothing at the schools unless your child fights back. Summer said, I think that kids that stay to themselves become a target. I agree with that too.
That's what I'm getting
I agree
at.
with Summer, and she said they prey on those kids. Okay,
That's not fair.
This video, and tell me, this was a video that just happened about a week or so ago. It was a 16-year-old named Kaylee Gaines. She gets into a fight with a 15-year-old Marnice Makul, I think I'm saying her name right. But now Kaylee is in ICU in critical condition, and they want to charge Marnice as an adult.
Oh.
Okay, so I want y'all to watch this video, and I'm gonna tell y'all the backstory on everything because y'all know I was digging. So.
You're in,
Okay,
Ooh.
let me see. So Precious said the school took everything as a joke. We filed a restraining order against her. She piped down. And then she said that head slam is what got her charged. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all the backstory behind this whole thing because I had to see. First of all, you see that it's a white girl against a black girl. So that's where everybody is going to get divided at anyways. The white girl allegedly jumped the black girl the day before. But no, I had to read through the comments to see that. So the white girl jumped the black girl because her black boyfriend. Right. The next day, if they didn't show the beginning in that video, I couldn't find the video that shows the very, very beginning. But if you see the very beginning, the white girl was about it. Like she wanted to fight that black girl. And the black girl really, the black girl really didn't want to fight. Who, if you really want to fight, you're going to be wearing a skirt and all that. That's first and foremost. And then you do know that when you fight, you go into fight or flight mode and your adrenaline is through the roof. I don't think when that girl was punching, slamming her head into the ground, that was real. Like it made my stomach drop. But at that moment, I don't think that she was trying to unalive the girl or, really doing damage. She just trying to win the fight. And my thing is, Kaylee met her match. Like, you're not going to win every fight, but you should have never tried to run up on her in the first place. Now, Kaylee's family is painting her out to be a wingless angel. But they have videos of the mom and Kaylee in bandanas, gang signs, all kind of stuff. So Kaylee is hood just like the rest of the people too. But they have a GoFundMe up for her right now. They have raised over $400,000. And they're trying to charge Marnice as an adult, which I don't feel is fair. I feel that this is why I hate, I swear to God, y'all know my nieces and everybody, I hate baddies and all that stuff. Because these young girls see this kind of stuff on TV and they think that this is life. Not knowing that you did this, now your whole life is about to change if they try you as an adult, which I don't feel like they should. She's 15. She didn't do it on purpose. She just trying to get the girl off of her. Who hasn't been in a fight and you learn to try to do whatever you do to win, to beat that person up? You're not going to do nothing softly. So
let me ask you a question now, though. Would you, knowing what we know today, would you fight the way that we fought then, with the way that the laws are now?
I don't know. If they ran up on me and I didn't have no choice, yes.
Okay, so let me tell you where they're going to argue that she had a choice. Where's your police report? What else did you do? Because you have to show that you tried to avoid it. That's just the way it is. Our skin is the way it is.
It is, but even if she, I think even if she, you know, they're not going to put no restraining order. Just think of all the other stuff. They don't do nothing.
You would have your paper trail is the point. When you say there's nothing else I can do, the law doesn't say there's nothing else I could do. The law says I could charge you at this age. So we have to, like we're saying about Naya, she shouldn't have been left in a classroom like that to be all by herself. It was the adult's responsibility to take other measures for her. Same thing with this baby. If she got jumped the day before, where was the mom? Where was the report? Where was it known so that if the girl did walk up to her because she was jumped, Now at least you got a paper trail, and you gotta, unfortunately, like, you
But
gotta
then
train the kids when to stop fighting, because she should have
But
never
she
slammed
did.
the child
But
children.
she did stop fighting after she slammed her. You see, she stopped. And if you watch the video again, I'm not gonna play it again. Y'all could go back and rewind it. When
Okay.
she got on that girl, when she got on the girl, people start trying to fight the black girl. So she
Right.
was the one really getting jumped. At the end of the day, I feel like Kaylee just met her match. That was her fault. She just got beat up this time. Now
That's
the day
the
before, yeah, the day before she didn't get beat up. So she probably thought it was gonna be round 2 of that. And now you in the hospital. Now, do I wish anything bad on that girl, Kaylee? No. I hope she comes out of her coma and everything. And from this, and I hope she's back well like a regular teenager again. And she could just learn her lesson from this. You can't go around being a bully and thinking that everybody's gonna fight fair, because she was in fight or flight mode to me. How do y'all feel
No,
in
she's
the
not.
how
You're
do y'all
giving
feel in the
it's legal.
yeah, how do you guys feel in the comments? Do y'all feel that the girl should be tried as an adult? Yes or no? Or how do y'all
No.
feel?
She shouldn't be tried as
I
an
don't
adult.
think she should be tried as an adult.
And then just think, and
Paper trail.
acting, especially white people in black dominant schools, be out here acting like black people. So when you're all rah rah and you act like you about it and you get tumbled, it's like I
When she had a
feel
whole day before.
that you're moving the way you're moving because you want to quote unquote whatever the reason is fit in or whatever. You brought that on yourself.
Well, you can tell she already thinks she black. She got a black boyfriend and everything. I'm telling you, she talked.
Right. So it's like
videos of her when she was in. It was another video of that girl Kaylee had jumped somebody else, and she put it on her social media. How does it feel that you got your ass beat?
But it don't matter, bro. Our rules are different. The rules
it's different for us.
It's gonna be different. Do I feel like she should be tried as an adult? No, but in the bigger scheme of things, we keep saying over and over, let's take the color out, let's take everything out. We all have to train kids better to learn you can fight, but that's not fighting. That's not regular fighting. Once you start stomping, slamming, picking something up, now you just took it to a place where they could try you as an adult. I don't want to lose none of my kids over defending yourself because you was already good. Or I'm gonna be there to pick you up. I'm gonna do everything I can because they're gonna charge our kid. What if the police would have rolled up? They would have started shoot. You know, like it just could go too far.
There's so much stuff going on.
It is. It's scary.
Said people got to have a paper trail, but you can't keep poking a bear.
No.
So said after the second head slam, she was still socking her. That's vicious as hell. I think she did it 3 times and then got up, but then nobody. The thing is, if y'all gonna charge her, y'all need to charge the people around too, because everybody just left her in the street twitching. Nobody even paid attention to her. Nobody paid attention to that girl. What does think you black and think you white mean? Okay, I would have to put the videos up and y'all know exactly what I meant when I said that she was trying to be black. I would have to literally put the videos up because she was talking ghetto. Well, that's how they say
what they think we right. What
they say they say that's how
she was acting like how
urban. You know. I'll say urban. That's how they say we act. How does one act black? That's what it was, China. She was acting, quote unquote, how they say that black people act. That's what it is. That isn't a black and white. She's a product of her environment for sure. Yeah, and you can see where she's at. You can see right where she's at. This is a case of a victim and a bully and reacting. Yes, it really is. So that's why I'm saying I don't feel like they should be trying her. And then I read another article that said even if Kaylee, hopefully she does wake up out of the coma and everything, that she would be charged with something too. Like, I don't feel like she should just be left off, nothing happening to her, like she was the victim when she actually started it. I don't feel like she.
If she wake up, she will be charged, or cut it in and out a little bit.
Somebody said, yeah, somebody said
because she booked. She should.
Because the family is not saying anything. They're not giving no more updates or nothing. The last update I see was like 4 days ago, and they said she was still in ICU, still in a coma, and they had started that GoFundMe, which already has like over $400,000 for her.
You're gonna be real quiet so they can run that up.
Yeah. Paper trail inconsistent being whitewashed. Talking black is just what it sounds like. Yeah. I just never understand when people say that. No, I know what you mean, Summer, but you know what I mean when I say act black, though. Like, that's just what she was doing. It could be a black and white thing depending on the state. It's in Missouri, so probably depending on the state, if the shoe was on the other foot, they'd be sweeping it under the rug. And that's exactly how I feel too. I feel like they're making it a race thing and not a teenage thing.
Mhm.
They're making it a race thing. This literally needs to be a teenage thing, not a race thing. And that's what they're doing.
Mhm.
That animal.
I must not talk to black then. No, China, you don't, but you can.
You don't.
I know how to turn my blackness off and act like a pure white lady. I know how to turn it off. And I do that right when I get to work. So when I really start acting quote unquote black, people be like, oh my gosh, LaShonda, I did not know that you act like that. Yes, in me, but I just turn it off because I'm at work.
Right.
But when y'all make me
Yeah,
mad,
professional.
then it's gonna cut back on. Okay, this is the second one. Plus it's election year. Yeah, Precious, that is true. Okay, this is the next one I want you guys to see. This is another bullying thing. Tell me what you would do if you were a parent. Father walks into a high school and addresses a boy student that was allegedly bullying / harassing his daughter. Okay, so what would you guys do in this case?
I didn't even like. You got a problem with my daughter? Apologize to my daughter.
Bro, I ain't do nothing.
Yo, apologize to my daughter, man.
I didn't do nothing to her.
You heard what the fuck I said. Apologize to my daughter. Now. You got a problem? You got a problem? No. Apologize to my daughter. Apologize to my daughter.
I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't do nothing to her.
Hey, he's knock him out. Over here shaking like a. Yeah. You got me? Huh? I want you to
She had pictures of me and my mom and stuff. I didn't do nothing. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
You call me, Dad.
Okay, so that father went up to the school because a boy was harassing his daughter, so the school didn't do nothing about it. And so he went up there and took matters into his own hands and told the boys to apologize to her. Now, in return, they arrested him for terrorist acts. Like 3 things. The daddy in jail. What would y'all have? The daddy's in jail. What would y'all do if that happened to y'all child? Would y'all be up at the school? Do y'all feel like the daddy is wrong? Do y'all feel like the daddy should be in jail for that? I don't think that he should, because these schools don't do nothing. Now, I probably would have said something to the kid, but I would have been like, tell your mama and your daddy to be up here when you get out of school. Instead of just saying something directly to the kid, but it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. I'm gonna say something to you and then tell your mama and daddy to come up here. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel like the daddy was wrong? Should he be in jail for protecting his daughter? Let me read some of these things. Laugh out loud, yikes. People don't play about their kids, laugh out loud. He probably should have asked for a parent conference. Laugh out loud. What? Did he threaten to kill him? Yeah, Laundry, he did. Look, I can't even. Like, he said if he put his hands or do anything, go see his daughter. Because the boy was talking crazy back to him. I mean, that's not a reason to say it, but yeah, he did say it. But how do you guys feel? Would you guys have done the same thing? Do y'all think the daddy should go to jail for that? What would y'all
I don't think he
have
should go to jail.
done? It wasn't the best move to go to the child. I would have gone to his parents first, yes. No, that was his daughter. Okay, so what do you think, Asia?
It didn't sound like the boy was getting smart with him. I don't know.
I
It
know,
sounds
'cause I didn't show the whole video. It was very, very long. Like he was
It sounds
leaving
like he was trying to
everything.
explain himself. I think that I probably still would have went up there, but you didn't even allow the boy to speak. So I don't know. I would want to know exactly what was said because kids do some. What was the proof? What is the school didn't do nothing? Did he try to school first, or did he just walk on the campus?
Well, the daughter had told the dad before, and they was supposed to they told the principal and everything, and they still didn't do nothing.
Oh.
Like everything else. And I didn't play the whole thing, but the boy was like, he ain't apologizing. And what is he gonna do to him? He ain't gonna touch no kid.
That's a Connor thing to do, That's just a Connor behavior.
Summer said Summer said he's supposed to protect her and bring your daddy. Okay. Precious said, I've been up to the schools before. He shouldn't have said nothing to him. Never talk to the kid. Address the adult. Yeah, that is what you really is supposed to do. But I guess in the heat of the moment, when you see that the school is not doing anything about it, and that's your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look like. I got too many open-ended questions. Was he touching her? Was he just saying stuff to her? Because if it was verbal, toughen up, Buttercup. I'm not going to jail over verbal, but I'm not walking in no classroom either. That's one of them things where you wait till like the kid is walking out and they all walking out and you say, come here, let me talk to you.
Yeah, I wait till they get out of school.
My daughter, what you been doing? Like, that's how our parents did it. They didn't just immediately assume. They asked the kid what they did. Because what I heard him saying from that clip is, I didn't do anything, so why am I apologizing? That's what I heard, but I'm not sure. That's why I don't know if I feel like it's a threat to my child. I can't hear nothing when it comes to Skylar and Kiera, so I can't judge, but it didn't sound like that's what he was doing. I don't know.
I should have played the whole thing because he got smart at the end to where the dad was walking out and the boy got smart to where the daddy walked back in. It was a lot. I mean,
also didn't see nothing for that. Why he should be arrested? I'm missing that part too.
To me, it was no reason for him to be arrested either. I guess because they said trespassing and terrorist threats. I don't know where the terrorist threats. Because he was only supposed to pick his daughter up. He wasn't supposed to go into class. So I guess I don't know. Well, maybe they'll make up some stuff. Okay. They'll make up some stuff. She said, laugh out loud, we need content. My mom said in media conferences, that said daddy about his daughter. That's why I said I think it's different because it's a daughter. I think if it was a son, they would probably handle it a little bit different. We keep saying the school, but what about the parents raising these bullies?
Right. That's why our parents would have been waiting out the school to see who picking this child up. Mm-hmm. We already had to do that for Harley, and she was 4. It's sad, but we was outside waiting. Like, where's because we're not asking that.
It said, and I mean, allow their children to treat people this way. But that's why I be saying, I wonder, how do parents not know that their children are bullies? Like, how do you not know that your child is a bully?
I think they think it's cute. I don't think they translate that when your kid is talking back to you like that. You couldn't possibly think that they're respecting authority or others when they're outside of your home if they're not respecting you. I don't think that they actually care. I think that they're living their own lives. People are not parenting anymore.
No, they not. They said, so said the fact that he was in the class in a minor's face is a threatening manner. So I guess that's all the thing they said.
That's what I'm saying. Body language,
but I don't know what a terrorist act is.
That's the threatening behavior. That's what I'm saying. What happened before? Because you could walk in and say, "Can I talk?" But you could walk in for your child to a classroom, but you can't walk in for somebody else's child. That may be where that's coming from. And standing over a child, you're not supposed to do that either.
She said he could have entered that boy, leaving him liable. Yeah, that's true. Okay, this is the last one because I don't want to go too far. Now, this is one that I feel. Let me let y'all watch it. Jesus.
Mama got a pistol out there with some kids. See? Mess ass shit. Messy as fuck.
He got a pistol too.
Everybody got a pistol. They just as messy as fuck. Messy as fuck. Messy as fuck. And here come one with a sword. I guess that's a sword.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all the backstory on this one. Now, this lady's her name was Tamara Plummer. Um, the gentleman, which you could see, you really could see, was a man in gray. His daughter and her daughter got in a fight earlier. He took upon himself to bring his daughter and a group of other girls to Tamara Plummer's house so his daughter could fight her daughter. I think her name is Destiny. The mom said, okay. They take it out into the streets. So the mom does have a firearm on her. I have to choose my words. She has a firearm on her the whole time. And she has it behind her, but she keeps bringing it out. She keeps bringing it out. Then you see a man walk across the street with a sword. I have to keep looking like, is that for real a sword? Walk across the street with a sword. Yes, Precious. She said, not King Arthur's sword. Then the man who brought his daughter over there, I guess he was mad because the girls he brought over there was getting beat up. He pulls out his handgun and unalives the mom. He shoots at her 3 times. She falls. Her daughter picks up the handgun and empties the clip after that. She hit 2 other people and him. The daughter went to jail. He went to jail because he was already a felon and on probation. And the mom is left unalive with 4 kids, and she was pregnant with her 5th child. Now, this is the problem I have with this. If somebody came to my house to fight my daughter, I don't know, we would have to fight on my grounds, because if I do something to y'all came to my house. They went across the street and all kind of stuff. I just don't know. That one was a hard one. And they said she had the gun. Oh, shoot. She had the firearm because if it was going to go left, she was going to shoot in the air. She never brought it out to, harm any of the children. But the other dad, because his kids was getting beat up, did that. How do you guys feel about that situation? How would you guys handle that situation if somebody came to your house to fight your kid? What would you do in that situation? Let me read some of the comments.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Now that girl, I think that hers would be self-defense.
Don't have no mom, which is weird. First of all, people should be questioning why that man had a crowd of girls with him to first place. That's a weird thing right there. To fight one person is that big of a deal. That's crazy.
But she must have got beat up.
It's not that
Let
serious.
me read some of the comments. We keep saying the school will, oh, we read that one. The fact that he was, I read that one too. Sorry, you guys. My daughter loved to fight, but I made sure she did not initiate any confrontations with any kid. When she was bullied, I told her, words are words. They hit you, better beat their ass. So that's basically the thing that I tell Amir too. If they hit you, then you hit them and then tell the teacher. Not King Arthur. Premeditated, shaking my head, get down where you mad at me and don't bring it home. But okay, so just think. It started away from home. So she got beat up, I guess, before. And then the daddy was mad and brought her to the girl house to fight again. That's what happened.
So who was the other girls? Her friends?
I guess her friends. Who knows who they was. Never
That's
bring
weird.
a guy to a gunfight. Oh, my Lord. This is a sad story. But how do you guys in the comments feel about this dude? What would y'all have done if somebody came to your house to fight your daughter with a group of girls? Would you let your daughter go outside to fight them and just bring a gun? Or what would you guys do?
No.
I don't think that I would let my daughter go out there with a group of girls. Not with a group of girls. I don't know.
She must have known her. She must have known her daughter then. She must have known her daughter can just handle business, because it ain't no way. Ain't no way. If I see one man and let's say about 5 girls, one being the daughter or whatever, I'm calling the cops because now y'all at my house talking about attacking my child. I'm calling the cops. Get these people off my lawn. This is not happening. I don't care.
But just think of, you could tell where they at. It was in the ghetto. You could tell that was
right. So people would have been getting arrested. It wouldn't have been.
The police
now,
ain't
ma'am.
over there. I don't think in those areas like that, the police don't come like that. We're outside. I'd have a bat. But so now, I don't know. That's just a hard thing to swallow. I feel sorry because now 4 kids are left without a mother over something so senseless, and then a man you bring in
bad too.
Yeah, like
jail.
I don't think he didn't have no bail. The daughter, she got bailed out that same day.
No jail. I say he's going to be in jail.
Oh yeah, and he needs to stay here because you acting like a female. Like, what are you doing that for?
Right, but all of those people lost their parents as a result of what was supposed to be a fight, right? Why did they have?
It just seemed like where they was at, it was in the ghetto, and you could see that this stuff happens all the time because the lady that was videotaping it, she didn't even get scared or nothing when they start shooting. You see, she just kept on recording.
That's true.
So they used.
I wonder what state that's in.
I think it was in Memphis.
That's crazy.
It was in Memphis.
Oh, Memphis.
Then
aren't they on the no abortion kind of thing? They're a pro-life. I want to.
But they don't got nothing to do with that. Okay, she said, hell no, not with a group of girls for sure. No. Laugh out loud, kids are disrespectful.
Because that's a murder.
No, it was just her. It was her by herself.
I think, and they would say it was her and her sisters. It was other kids there too.
At the house they came to.
Mm-hmm. That's why it was so many kids. That's why it was so many of them. So that's why I was saying the man was mad because his kids were still getting dealt with, the ones that he brought over there. And that's when he went at the mom.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy because you really are acting like a female. You're that mad that you initiate, you hype these kids up like, yeah, you're gonna go jump her, beat her up, whatever the situation might have been, and escort those kids over there in car or whatever to go fight one person. If you saw your daughter lost wrong run, then you should like, well, we're gonna handle it a different way. But bringing all those kids over there to fight one person,
you live to fight
mom to be lost is crazy.
Yeah, you live to fight another day. People need to teach their kids that you're not going to win every fight and you don't have to bring guns out. When we was growing up, it wasn't all this gun violence. Like, people really squared up with each other. If we fight, we fight. Mm-hmm. If you want to fight the next day, we're going to fight. It wasn't no, I'm going to get a gun to do that to you. Like, we fought.
Anybody. I'm lost there. That's where I'm lost at, because why wasn't it a one-on-one fight?
Instead of a whole group.
What to do? Yeah, I'm stuck there. Because if I'm pregnant, I got to protect my household, my pregnancy, and me. You walked on my property and you're that type of person, I'm probably calling the police, because it's not going to be a fair fight. It's not going to be, I don't know what you planned on the way over here. You didn't come over here like a parent. You came over here like you wanted to be a part of it too. You get like it. I don't know. It is different.
It was like
it is different. It is different. She said, but getting beat up in this day and time is sad because it lives on forever because it's on video. That's very true. Just think back in the days when we was getting into fights and stuff, nothing was recorded. I mean, we could talk about it and everything, but if you wasn't there, you really didn't know what happened. Nothing was recorded. Now, yeah, that is true, and you got to see that. They came to their house. If one fight, we all fight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it was only word of mouth getting beat up back in the day, you had to be there to see it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had to be there, and everybody talked about it. It was rumors the next day, like, oh my gosh, who got in a fighting? But that's all it was. We're not listening to one who handled their home. Come on, you guys. We were 16. She said, we're not listening to one who had at their homegirl a lock. I did have my best friend a lock when she was getting in a fight with a girl. But that's not a gun. It's a lock. Ada, did you carry a lock on your key back when we was in high school? Oh, you didn't?
No, you go to jail when you
Wait, was y'all
unalive.
was hitting people with the lock? Wait, I'm lost. So y'all had a lock on the key, and then what? Y'all were just throwing.
I didn't use
it.
one.
Is it like a
My
what was
regular.
I guess I don't know why I had a lock on my keys.
Did you like
We
interlace
always-
it with your
we had
fingers?
locks on
Like
our
I'm
keys.
lost.
You mean that lock? The one you do the combination?
Yeah,
We did for PE.
exactly. We had locks on our keys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I had a lock for P.
So
thought
John
you
was trying to say
was
because Summer didn't have her lock that day, and when she got in a fight, I handed Summer my lock. I mean, what are best friends for?
So you had this
So y'all
first weapon was gonna get tried as an adult.
Well, the girl didn't mess with her no more.
I'm sure she did.
And the next day, it was said, quote unquote, that me and Summer jumped her when nobody jumped her.
I jumped you, honey. The octopus.
Like nobody
Y'all was
jumped you,
tag
ma'am. The parents should have tried to resolve the conflict since they already fought. Yeah, they should have. But like
Agreed.
I said, you could tell where they lived at. It was hella ghetto there. You could tell in that type of environment, they're not about to call the police and they're not about to settle nothing like that. They're going to do just what they did. And it's unfortunate that someone lost their life. Well, one of the parents lost their life because of how they're raised. You could tell when I seen that video, when I was just looking at the background, I was like, oh yeah, they in the ghetto. Like
Right.
they in the hood. They ain't about to call the police or nothing. Not the lock. Girl, y'all not about to do me. She's not telling that story over dinner now, is she? No. Laugh out loud. She took her L's. Exactly. People have to take their L's and live their life.
Period.
But you fight to see another day. Like you're not gonna win every single fight.
Right.
But
And it's worth the consequences. In the end, is it worth what could potentially happen? It's
No,
general. Your little ego is bruised. If you better get used to it, baby, because your ego gonna get bruised the rest of your life if you allow it to. If you chuck it up and be like, all right, then whatever, and I will get at you later, you control your own ego. But what you do is gonna get you in trouble. That's only hurting you. Right every day.
I want people to start
Accepting reality.
yeah,
Accepting
and then y'all have to
their
they
favor.
have to do better with, like y'all said, if somebody is bullying your kid, get a paper trail on them. Do everything you need to do. So if something does happen like that, you about to sue the hell out of the school district and everything because you have a paper trail. Try to control your emotions, as I tell Amir. Try to control your emotions and then just handle it like an adult. Now, I will say that I don't know what I would do if it's in the heat of the moment and depend on how hurt my child is. I don't know if I would be able to wade into that because I'm about to say something I'm about to call cousins and all that to handle the child.
Right.
And then after the child is handled, now go get your mommy and your daddy. Now go get your mommy and your daddy too. Because for them raising their bully, now they about to get their ass whooped too. Just for your ass being the bully.
That's on the setting baby Jesus sandals.
And then just
Right.
think,
That's just I can't stand a bullying child. People can't take L's. You don't win every fight. It would be a funny story later if you live. Exactly. I mean, not all of them with longer might not be funny. Managing your emotions is a big thing too. Anger will have you wilding out. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on how mad a person is. You just imagine your child coming home crying and beat up and stuff. I don't think that you just gonna think, let me call the police. Where they at?
no.
But you have to
Right,
kind of try to think wisely. But I will say, people need to check their kids about this bullying stuff. We need to make paper trails, call the schools, call the district, let them know what's going on. Because if something does happen, then I'm going on this district. Y'all about to be paying me.
And go up there and request to speak to first with the parent. If they don't listen to you,
Oh
go
yeah.
to the district. Go above them. Go above that school. And a school police is not the same as an outside police, FYI. Those are two different.
No.
Yeah, those are two different police. So
Mhm.
yeah, if you need to
Yeah.
escalate, do it quick. Don't move slow. Move quick when it got to do with your kids, because
Yeah.
one wrong day could be very bad.
Girl, I just don't know what I would do. So said mad on the out, sad on the ride to jail.
I'm trying to tell the people.
I guess that's everybody needs to think about that, about the jail ride.
As soon as you watch these YouTubes and they be like, arrested? What am I getting arrested for? Ma'am, that wasn't legal. Well, she started it. You sound like the kids. You could have whooped her a little bit, but when you start stomping on her and you wore these stilettos with a sweatsuit, we know you didn't want them stilettos on. You're not even camouflaging it. You thought this out. Just tone it down a little bit.
Well, I want y'all to tone it down a little bit and think about the ride to jail. Think about, I guess that's what that would be the first thing I have to think about is the ride to jail then, because I'm going to be hot as hell.
I just wonder if he's going to get trialed though. Like, because you said he already had.
Oh, he's not getting out of jail. He didn't even get bail. He's not getting out of jail. He's unalived that lady. He's not getting out of jail.
Because wouldn't he get charged and the baby? Huh?
Oh,
yeah.
but two people, yeah. But
that's what I was saying.
Do it depends on what state they in? If they if they do the unalived, the unborn child as a person. I thought it depends on what state you're in, or is it?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking, because depending on what state, because like states like Alabama, they will arrest you if your baby suddenly dies while during pregnancy. So that's why I'm asking. Like, I don't know if Tennessee's pro-life or not, and how heavy they are on that, because some people you can get charged for murder.
He would get charged. He would get a double 2 murder trials then.
Yeah,
plus
2 charges.
The child that was there too. Everyone that's the charge.
Endangerment.
All of that.
I want you guys to think about all these things and the bullying and all that, and what you need to do. Asia, did you find did your thing come through?
No, I sent you a screenshot to show you what it looks like. It's frozen.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna make sure I got discipline. I'm gonna make sure I do not show it, and I wait for you, and then we'll tell everybody what we're gonna do with it.
If you find it tonight, we can do it tomorrow on yours. Alondra said, "This is what happens when Alondra. This is what happens when bad girl clubs is raising your children, and it ain't bad girls clubs, it's baddies." And that's what I said. If I had a teenage daughter or even a young girl, they would not be able to watch baddies of the West or whatever it's called. None of that bullshit. They will not be able to watch. I literally hate that they show, and it ain't just black people on there. It's all different races. They just act a fool.
That's not real. People don't get angry like that and fight every day. We cuss probably the whole way to work, in traffic, at your boss, at your kids, everybody. Every time they get mad at something, they first resort is just to fight. Every time. That's not real life. Nobody is living life like that unless they're in domestic DV issues.
That's because they on all that. They on liquor and all kind of stuff that's making them do that. They feed them all that stuff and then throw you into that environment for you to do that. That's not everyday life. You're going to jail.
Yeah, if John said most of the time when they're at the house, they chilling, they not really doing nothing. And then as soon as they be like, oh, it's time to, they about to come and start recording, then they start hyping up, people start doing different things. And she be like, wasn't we just chilling doing nothing? Like, we don't ever get to act like that. Right. Starting to tell now. That ain't even what they be doing up there.
Alondra said, teach them that behavior is accurate when you allow that in your house on that TV. I'm just saying. So said, I told you that, right, Sanaya, that's not real life. Okay, so that's what it's not real life at all, and y'all come on, just do better. Parents, we gotta do better, I guess, with controlling our emotions and doing paper trails. We learned that tonight, to do paper trails. and ask for a
Don't send 5 girls to fight your one daughter and have 2 pistols on you.
Yeah, and then again, on Asia's show tomorrow, we're gonna do. Hopefully, she can get into her My Heritage DNA. I'm gonna let y'all see my results again. I don't know how I can show it. I don't know if they can see it, but
I think it's we can see it, bro.
okay. Well, like
we
I
can
said
see it.
again, I'm 49% Nigerian,
I can't
You be
wait to
speaking
see.
on them the hardest.
19% West African.
That's why it's so funny.
Girl, for real. 16%
Oh, now I'll be like, my twin is from Nigeria. I know what I'm
Right.
talking about.
4.8% Irish.
Yeah.
Welsh, and so now I need to see where in Nigeria I'm from. So I want all y'all that haven't did it to do it. It's okay to be quiet and be yourself. Be yourself. You're beautiful just the way you are. Yes. They're glorifying foolishness on all these shows. These kids think it's cute. That's their entertainment this day. And I said that earlier. So I wanted to thank you guys for all tuning in tonight and staying up with us, talking about all this craziness. And if you guys ever have anything that you want to talk about, you know that you are always there. And thank you for my guest tonight.
This is an exclusive.
And we'll see you next Wednesday. Good night.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.
So my hot thing again.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.
It's from Nigeria.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.
Good night, everybody.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona. I'm from Pomona, bitch. P-O-M-O.